Now, let me ask you, he talked about the statement to the DA's office when we met at the courthouse, correct?
Yes.
And were you being truthful at that time?
Yes, sir, I was.
In fact, was it embarrassing to tell us that you had been putting drugs in your vagina?
It was embarrassing.
Did we know anything about that?
No.
Okay. Now, with that plea and disposition agreement, you are to be, your test, or I guess the determination, Ms. Littles, is for you to be truthful today, correct?
Correct.
And if you are not truthful, what's going to happen?
Then that plea is dropped.
Okay. And who is going to make that determination?
The courts.
Okay. So there is a safeguard, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, your convictions show, Ms. Littles, that we'd have to admit that you're no angel. You've had your problems, correct?
Yes, sir.
What do you feel has been the root of those problems?
Me thinking that I can't be by myself and I need somebody to be with to keep me happy.
Okay. To please somebody.
Yes.
Is that pleasing somebody is also to protect somebody?
Yes.
At any point during this statements or anything else, well, let's just say the district attorney's office initially, but anyway, did anybody tell you what we wanted you to say?
No, sir.
That we somehow wanted you to say a certain thing for a certain reason?
Nobody said that they wanted me to say anything.
Okay.
All they wanted was the truth.
In fact, that's what I was going to ask you. What did we and what has been our and Mr. Porter's #1 rule when you're going to testify?
Just to tell the truth about everything.
Now, Ms. Littles, Mr. Clark went into great detail about how you have no emotions. I'm going to just ask you straight out about those emotions and just say, tell me, how do you feel about Officer Benner's death?
I feel very sad. It should never have happened, I feel bad for his wife, his family. I have to be on meds because every night when this happened, all I seen was Officer Benner's dead body, and I couldn't sleep. And it messes with me. So now I have to be on meds. I never had to be on meds before, and now I do.
Okay. Now, just real quickly, and I'm going to... Did you throw your own stuff out of the vehicle?
No.
Did you shoot Officer Benner?
No, I did not.
And are you telling the ladies and gentlemen of the jury today the absolute truth?
Yes, I am.
No further questions?
for the day, but let me remind you, we do not have court tomorrow. And I told you that the schedule, so don't show up tomorrow, but you'll be the only ones here, all right? Then on Friday, I told you that we're gonna recess sometime between 1 and 1:30. We won't take a lunch break, we'll just go straight, so be prepared for that as well. Then the following week, we'll go from Monday until, every day until we're done. Right. Yes, ma'am.
And on Friday, show up at 9?
Show up about 8:45. Okay, so we can start right now. I haven't read the recess instruction to you for a while. Let me read it again. And then, I think we're all catching cold over here, so bear with me, okay? During recess, do not discuss this case with other jurors or with any other person, or allow anyone to discuss a case with you or in your presence. You as jurors must decide this case based solely on the evidence presented here within the four walls of this courtroom. This means that during the trial, you must not conduct any independent research about this case, the matters in this case, the individual or corporations involved in the case. In other words, you should not consult dictionaries or reference materials, search the internet, websites, blogs, or use any other electronic tool to obtain information about this case or to help you decide the case. Do not try to find out information from any source outside the confines of this courtroom. Until you retire to deliberate, you may not discuss this case with anyone, even your fellow jurors. After you retire to deliberate, you may begin discussing the case with your fellow jurors, but you cannot discuss the case with anyone else until you have returned a verdict and the case is at an end. I know that many of you use cell phones, the internet, and other tools of technology. You also must not talk to anyone about this case or use these tools to communicate electronically with anyone about the case. This includes your family and friends. You may not communicate with anyone about the case on your cell phone or through any other device. You can access the internet through email, text messaging, on Twitter, through any blog or website, through any internet chat room, or by way of any other social networking website such as Facebook. During your deliberations, you must not communicate with or provide any information to anyone by any means about this case. You may not use any electronic device or media such as a telephone, cell phone, or any device that can access the internet, any internet service, or any text or instant messaging service, any internet chat room, or by way of any other social networking website such as Facebook, to communicate to anyone any information about this case or to conduct any research about this case until I accept your verdict. Avoid any publicity this case may receive. Do not read, listen to, or watch any news accounts of this trial. Do not express any opinion about this case or form any fixed opinion until the case is finally submitted to you for your decision. So folks, once again, thank you for being here today. We'll recess and be back on Friday around 8:45.
All rise.